In my work with Special Olympics, I have seen how marvelous the brothers and sisters of children with handicaps are. I've seen the way they cheer their family athletes at Special Olympics. They sign up as coaches. They make sure that their special brothers and sisters are included in the many events at school. They play with them. They share their world with them. And they give them attention and caring. But very, very often, their needs are overlooked. They may feel left out and neglected, while everyone else is thinking and asking about their special brother and sister. They may wonder, what about me?
Brian Coleman lives in downtown Baltimore with his parents and 7 siblings. His brother, Sean, cannot walk or talk, the result of an accident in the streets not far from their home, where he suffered a severe traumatic brain injury. Brian, who was near him at the time of the accident 8 years ago, now plays a big role in the care and raising of his brother. Brian is 14. Julie Pratt, her parents, her brother Brad, and twin sister Jana live in Bel Air, Maryland, with a dog named Zorro. The one difference between Julie and her twin is that Jana was born with cerebral palsy and is intellectually limited. In addition to a job of her own, Julie, at 15, also volunteers at the special school where Jana attends. Over the next few minutes, we will be asking through the experiences of teens like Brian and Julie. What are some of the common issues, thoughts, and feelings that you have when you live with a brother or sister who is disabled? While all of their needs are being met, what about you?
I used to get frustrated a lot. I used to feel that it was my fault that she was handicapped.
Tell me about that.
Well, one night my mother had explained, because I didn't know what twins were. I didn't understand how there could actually be 2 of us. And she told me that there just was, and that we'd probably become best friends. And I felt really badly at first because Gianna couldn't walk, and I wanted so badly for her to be like me. So I do everything that I can. I have a boyfriend, Gianna has a boyfriend. And everything that I do, I try so hard to adapt so she can do also, because I don't want her to feel differently.
Early frustrations, wishing their sister or brother were not disabled, are common among these siblings. Part of the adjustment process sometimes includes an effort to bring the person with a disability into the siblings' activities as much as possible, or at least to become a part of their life.
She knows my favorite secrets. See, usually I get to talk to her when I'm curling her hair. I do that a lot. And we'll sit up in my room and she'll ask me a question. And usually it would be something...
Did you talk to anybody today?
Like girl talk.
No. Who did you talk to yesterday? I knew you were on the phone because mine was busy.
We do a lot of things together that she really enjoys, and I enjoy being with her. I help her out sometimes if she can't do what she can't find something. I can try and find it for her.
As with all siblings, there are problems and competitions, though. The extra dimension in families having a child with a disability is that the siblings often have more responsibilities at the same time that they're getting less attention. That can lead to rivalry and anger, at least to frustration, any day of the week.
Yesterday.
Tell me about yesterday.
Oh, it was terrible. Gianna woke up in the worst mood, and nobody could get her out of it. And she was just being mean to everybody, and she cried, and she just wasn't in a good mood. And everybody has days like that, but I think she has it double worse. I guess you just take the good with the bad.
So what do you do when you get angry at her or frustrated with her? What do you do?
I leave. I can't stay in the same room with her. If I'm aggravated with her, then I'll probably lose it. I used to think that it was not good to be frustrated, that that was wrong and that was a sin and that I was never to do that. Well, that's not true. And that was the hardest thing for me to accept as a sib, because I used to get frustrated a lot. Mom always says, well, we try so hard to divide the attention. And even though Jan and I are twins, I'm still stuck in the middle. And that used to not bug me at all, but as I'm getting older, you can tell.
I never resented her. I had a hard time grasping what she could do and what she couldn't do. And the thing, even to this day, I still try and make the point of it. She is very, I'm not sure if she does it on purpose, but sometimes she does things for attention and to get people to do things for her. And when it's just Jana and me in the house, I make her do things for herself.
You know, they tend to feel that Jan can do more than she does. They tend to think that she is more normal than she is. But at the same time, try to include her as best they can. You know, she's well accepted by their friends. They come and go, and Jan is always included in conversations and greetings. But she has had a very definite influence.
Brad and I get along pretty well sometimes, because sometimes we're both happy and we like to be together. Sometimes Brad wants to be by himself when he's upset or something. So sometimes I'm not around him when he's like that too well, because he tells me that he wants to be just alone for a couple of minutes.
There are times when it's frustrating, I'm sure, for them and for us. And I think now, especially with her in their mid-teens, there's a need for them to be in their own worlds. And Jana's not part of that world, really. And it's tough to know when it's okay to split and be in your own world and when you sort of owe an allegiance to stay home.
As long as siblings with a disabled brother or sister are also given daily opportunities to pursue a life of their own, their acceptance of the special demands at home often does not seem like a problem to them. They even work to help their friends understand.
The hardest thing to do is convince them, my girlfriends. I try so hard to show them that Jana's the same. That she's 15, and she likes to go to the movies, and she likes to talk to the guys, and she's just a 15-year-old, but by the way, she can't walk. But my friends understand, and that's how sometimes I can tell whether they're my friends or not. If they can accept my sister, good. If they can't, then it's their loss.
I would say we're different. I think that in a lot of ways that Judy's parents gave us a tradition of closeness that we're trying very hard to emulate. We're fairly open in our discussions. The kids have a fair amount of things to say. Their opinions are important to us. And as they grow even older, I hope that continues. We have 3 different children. All the girls are twins, but all 3 have different lives to lead, and we're trying hard to keep up with their lives as well as our own as a family.
For the future, Julie, like other siblings, is presented with both concerns and opportunities. The concern for any children she may have, and the opportunity to make her experience with disabilities into a career.
And I want to become a special education teacher myself and hopefully bring her on as my teacher's aide so she would have that income, because I'm not sure how she's going to earn her money, but I want her just to be happy. And I should think that even if I knew that my child would be handicapped, that I would still want the child. And I'm not sure that it will, because Jana's, I'm going to call it a disease, but it really isn't. It's a birth defect. So if she were the child that I would have, would to be handicapped, then I would hope that Jana would become really close, and that they'd be like best friends just as Jana and I are.
Mixed feelings of friendship and frustration, loyalty and independence. Often it can be helpful to get together with other kids who have a sibling with a disability in their family and who may be having some of the same experiences and feelings as you.